All right, guys, as promised, here's part 2 of the fish room tour. These are the REGANI grow outs that I actually produce here in the den. These are off of my colony of REGANI. These guys are doing quite well. In fact, so much so that I'm actually thinking about keeping a few of these guys back to add to my my colony. I'm not sure if I shared with you guys before, but while we were away getting my son settled in at Notre Dame, my male breeder jumped out of the aquarium. This is another one of my pairs of marble FENESTRATUS breeders. This is probably my biggest male, and I paired him with a female with, it's hard to tell, but she has very little dark pigmentation on her. I think she's got maybe like 1 or 2 spots on her side. And I've got a spawn off of these guys, but again, you know, things always happen while you're away. When we were up in Indiana, the fry hatched, and either the male or the female actually ate them. But these guys are getting along great, and I'm pretty sure that in a matter of a week or so, these guys will be ready to spawn again. So still following the same program, feeding them pretty heavily, making sure she gets her fair share of food. And like I said, I'm hopeful I'll be getting another spawn off of these guys here soon. These are some more of the grow outs, and believe it or not, we actually have eggs on this pot. There's another pair. I didn't actually pull these guys. I left them with the group, but they've actually laid again. I'm actually raising a batch from this same pair currently in a 20 gallon. But these guys are doing great. I can't say enough about them. I actually like the marcation on these marble FENESTRATUS better than the larger pair, but nevertheless, these guys are doing great. As you can tell, we've got some pretty nice pattern marble FENESTRATUS in this group, so I'm really hoping that I get a variety just like this with these fry that are up and coming. Now you'll recall these guys from my previous videos. These are my Bacardi group that I actually had in a 240 inside the house with the REGANI colony, but going a different route, just need to change things up. So these guys are actually housed right now out in the den, in the shed, in a 125. They're doing great. The reason the tank isn't actually decorated to suit these guys is because I actually literally just moved them prior to shooting this this clip. So, but you can see these guys are doing great, and they look phenomenal. All right, here we have a couple of my Tetracanis. This is actually a male and a female that I'm hoping to pair off. I'm in the process of getting a 75-gallon aquarium together for them, and they'll be rehomed shortly. And below the Bacardi tank is a secondary group of marble fenestratus. These were some that I separated or segregated because I really like the patterns on these guys, and I was hoping to get some pair development from this group and just to see what they would produce. Here we have my REGANI colony that's been relocated to the shed. I found these guys did better when they were out here in a tank that didn't get a lot of foot traffic, and so I put them in one of the lower aquariums, kind of tucked off, and they're still getting settled in. Like I said, this move was really just made, so these guys are still getting acclimated, but they're doing well. And you'll remember these guys from my latest unboxing video. This is the aquarium where I put the ARGENTEA and ROSTRATUS grow outs. These guys, if you recall, I had some larger ARGENTEA, but I made a deal with my buddy Herb, the guy with the 1,000-gallon, to allow him to get those, and I wanted to add to my group, and this is probably the most economical way to do it, is to start over with some small ones. So they're doing great. Can't say too much more about them. I'll keep you guys posted as these guys mature, but just wanted to show them to you. We have the MYERSI group. I actually moved these guys to a larger aquarium. They were starting to put on some size, and I started to see the aggression start to pick up with this group. So I decided to relocate them to a larger aquarium, and so far so good. Still have the silver dollars in as dithers, and for the most part these guys are getting along fairly well. Oh, and here's a little sneak peek update of the red DOVII grow outs that I kept in house. These guys are doing great. They have very good appetites and they're growing. The first one that you saw in this clip was actually still had its normal DOVII markings up until about a week ago. Look at this guy. Look at all the orange on its sides. But they're doing great. Just wanted to give you guys a sneak peek of those guys. I'm hoping here shortly that the parents will go ahead and give me another spawn. since we're just talking about them, let's take a look at the red DOVII pair. There's the male. He's really starting to put on some size and come into his own. He's looking great. They still hadn't quite come out of their shell. They still spend a lot of time hiding. I've noticed in the past with my experience, and I know you guys leave me a comment below if you had different experience, but the normal blue Dovies at about this size, because this guy is every bit of 10-11 inches. At about this size, they start to turn on and kind of come out of their shells. But he still hadn't quite. So, you know, he's doing great. I'm gonna just be patient with him. And again, like I said, they spend a lot of time together. I'm hoping here soon I'll have some good news to share with you guys. Least, let's take a look at my South American community tank. This is actually a hodgepodge tank of various severums. There we go. I've got a little festivum right there, some electric blue acaras. I've got about 7 or 8 Japhyrum. I've got a couple of Festae. I've got a whole hodgepodge of fish. But I just wanted to show you this this tank, guys. Everybody's doing great. I've got a number of Corycats as well as a few oddball Plecostomus, but these guys are doing great. That's my Tapajos group, but and an oddball Festae, but these guys are doing great. I know sooner than later I'm going to have to make some changes, and we'll cross that bridge when we get to it. Well, there you have it, guys. That concludes the second half of my fish room tour. So what do you guys keep? I share what I have, but I'm always curious to hear from you guys and want to know, what do you keep and what would you like to keep? So do me a favor, drop me a comment below, and if you haven't already done so, think about subscribing to my channel. All right, guys, thanks again for watching.